What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Asian Guys Talk About the NBA.
The road to the conference finals.
All right, Andrew, so the Cavs swept the Hawks.
Okay.
OKC is surprisingly up on the Spurs.
3-2.
Whoa. The Warriors are probably going to close out the Blazers.
3-1, they close it out next game.
And the Heat and the Raptors are in a dead tie.
Woo, 2-2. Okay, we got to talk about the OKC Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs.
I do not think that anybody thought that the Thunder would be up 3-2 on the Spurs right now.
Except for maybe Thunder fans.
Is OKC being up on the Spurs more a function of how OKC is playing well, or more of a function of how the Spurs are playing bad?
Now, I think there is some question about Tony Parker. Now, if you look at the ages of the Spurs, it's a much older team. You got Ginobili, who's 38. You got Duncan, who's 40. It's probably his last season. Even LaMarcus Aldridge is 30. Almost everybody on the OKC Thunder is like below 30. I don't want to count out the Spurs too quickly because you know at the end of the day, they are a great team. But definitely questions arise about Tony Parker if he's going to still be the main playmaker.
Because the thing about Tony Parker is, in the playoffs, you basically need to be able to rely on somebody in an ISO situation to get you a bucket.
And right now, for most of the series, it's been LaMarcus Aldridge. You got to give it up to the OKC Thunder, man. They've been actually closing out games. Now, they've still been making mistakes. KD had like 2 late game turnovers that were like kind of stupid, which put him in a position where Russell had to come through, do his Russell thing, and kind of save the day. At the end of the day, they're just getting it done. They're coming up big when usually you would doubt that they would. I wish Kawhi Leonard was a better playmaker, but to be honest, I am excited to see OKC Thunder possibly win this series.
The Spurs have won a lot, man. It's cool, man. You guys got mad championships. Yo, Andrew, did you think that the Heat and Raptors series was going to be tied 2-2 right now?
Yes. Okay, now here's the thing. Now, shout out to the Raptors, but now they lost Valanciunas for the rest of the series, probably for the rest of the season. And Lowry and DeRozan are still shooting pretty bad, despite having 1 or 2 good games.
They are shooting better than in the first round. The first round, they shot below 35%. Right now, they're shooting closer to 40%.
Now, a lot of people have been saying, oh, you have that one good game, it should snap you out of your funk. But they're not really completely out of their funk.
No.
Now, with Valanciunas out, and actually Hassan Whiteside is also out, I mean, it's pretty much Goran Dragic and D. Wade versus Lowry and DeRozan.
We were roasting Dwayne Wade at the beginning of the first round, but Dwayne Wade has become flash again.
D. Wade must have been resting that whole first round. He's getting late game steals. He's dunking on people. His wife tweeted, oh, I guess D. Wade didn't get the memo about being washed, AKA to the Fung Bros.
Why don't you at us, Gabrielle?
she got
us.
Cavs versus the Hawks is over. The Cavs swept them for the 2nd year in a row.
The Cavs hit 25 threes in Game 3.
They added Channing Frye. They got Mo Williams, even though they're not really using Mo anymore.
Channing Frye gave him 27 off the bench.
Now knowing that the team has improved, I mean, they got a chance at the championship. I always question the flow and the chemistry that the team had, and I wouldn't say it's perfect yet, but it's good enough.
We called it. We said the one game that the Blazers was gonna win is if Dame got 40 and CJ got 25. CJ got 22, Dame got 40.
They had to drop at least 60 together, and Dame had to drop 40. They won that game, so shout out to the Blazers. However, somebody came back and kind of spoiled their plans.
We talked about it like it was Pokemon and Team Rocket.
Oh!
Team Rocket's washed up again!
Sean Livingston got ejected. Steph came off the bench. Steph gave him 40.
You know what? Steph Curry, he broke the record for most points in the overtime. Now, it's funny because Steph, he was shooting pretty bad the whole game. Sean Livingston gets ejected off a double tech. It got everybody hype. It got the whole team hype.
Steph was definitely not trying to accept his MVP trophy off of a loss.
No.
He was not trying to take the L and then get the award. Yo, that game was so crazy to watch. After Steph hit that dagger 3, he said, I'm here. I'm back. I'm back.
And I love Dame, but man, Steph kind of clowned him when he did the Curry time. He said, what time is it? And he's doing this in Portland. That was cold.
Andrew, 2 quick things. We got to address it. T-Mac said that Steph Curry only won back-to-back MVPs because the league is watered down.
That doesn't really make sense to me because Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs. So to me, it's not crazy that Steph wins too.
I'm a pretty big T-Mac fan from back in the day, but he got to take an L on that one. The last thing we got to talk about real quick, man. Dwight Howard just went on Inside the NBA, my favorite TV show of probably the past 5 years, Inside the NBA on TNT. I think Dwight's agent was like, hey, Dwight, I think it's going to be a really great move. Let's improve your image. A lot of people don't like you in the league right now.
Yo, Charles Barkley did not hold back. He goes, Dwight, why do you think people don't like you?
Why do you think people don't like you?
He was like a roast, but he was just a regular guest.
And do I
but
have-
they treated it like a roast. All right, you guys, make sure you let us know, one, what you thought of our opinions in the comment section below. And yes, it is okay if you disagree. Number two, make sure you let us know what we should talk about in our next Asian Guys Talk About the NBA video.
And number 3, give us your predictions on who's gonna make it into the conference finals and who's gonna win in how many games.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching that episode of Asian Guys Talk About the NBA. We have been following basketball in the NBA since we were children.
And as always, we love making these videos. We love hearing your comments. We love giving our predictions, whether they're right or wrong. We just love having this discussion with you guys. So thanks for watching. And until next time, we're out.
Peace.
All right, so some of our favorite plays from the Thunder and Spurs series is when Russell crossed over Patty Mills on that fast break. He fell on the ground. He dropped Patty Mills, laid it up. Also, when Kawhi Leonard got the steal and then he dunked on Russell Westbrook.
Not only that, I feel like when Kawhi drove it in, knocked over KD, missed the shot, Ibaka got the rebound, he rips it from Ibaka and then lays it back up. That was nasty.
Yo, man, that man has big sticky hands.